Do you ever wonder why you're so addicted to your phone? Why is it that some people sit down to breakfast and they can't just eat breakfast and we just have to use our phone? Or why standing in line, you can't just stand, you have to use your phone? Or why going out to dinner, even with friends or with the person you're dating or married to, you can't just sit there and talk, you have to use your phone? Well, for 30 days, I did a little bit of a challenge where I only use my phone twice a day. And I want to share some of the deep insights on life that I learned here that may help you. What's up, guys? Alex Hine here, author of the book Master the Day. So I've included the first link in the description is for a free journaling worksheet. If you go through the journaling worksheet, it'll help you figure out how to reinvent your life, get it together, and plan out the most exciting life going forward. So check it out. You'll also get a free email course each week that shows you how to do that below. So the first thing I learned doing this experiment is that behind this constant usage of the phone is a fear of boredom, is an addiction to stimulation, and an aversion to feeling calm. You know, one day I had no work in the afternoon, and so I just sat at home doing a few things on the computer that I wanted to hang out and do. And there was a lull between finishing a project and just taking a break. And there's this instinctive desire to just reach for something, to do something. A cup of coffee, a cookie, the phone. And it's a little gnawing sensation of wanting to do something. And when I didn't have the phone, it felt like I was just kind of bored, like a little listless, like just kind of like looked out the window and I was just like, whatever, it's a weird sensation when you don't fill the void with another kind of stimulation. You know, I'm probably more than anyone else know how hard it is to sit with your restlessness. I'm always doing a new project, always moving every few years, always finding the next level. And for me, I think that's just that discomfort with being still. It's kind of that discomfort of just sitting with oneself. That, as the quote goes, all the problems of the world could be solved if people could sit alone quietly in a room by themselves. I think most people now would die, literally die, trying to do that. So first, there's the discomfort of sitting with oneself without doing something. And behind this discomfort with doing nothing is really a fear of loneliness and disconnection. When I was 16, I was broken up with by this girl, and it was on a Friday night, and I was really looking forward to all day hanging out with her, going out at night with her friends and my friends, and she broke up with me. And back then, it was actually, I don't even think on a cell phone, it was like a landline calling my parents. And I just remember sitting on the couch, just kind of being like, all right, like, what do I do now? Just kind of sitting there, feeling a bit like a leaf in the wind, just aimless, kind of lost. And not using your phone, I think, is there's this underlying fear of disconnection, this fear of missing out on engagement with something. It's like this weird vain attempt to connect with people or the world, or just feed yourself, but in a way that doesn't really feed you, because it's not real connection. It doesn't produce the same feeling of satisfaction of hanging out with your friends and laughing and just talking together. So behind all that, there's a fear of disconnection and a fear of just being calm, a fear of just being with oneself, by oneself. Now, I think that even deeper behind this loneliness, this fear of disconnection, is the deepest fear, which is the fear of death. And I think that behind all of these things is really the fear of either physical, literal death or psycho-emotional death, spiritual death, which is, what if everybody forgets about me? What if I disappear from the face of the earth by not using my phone? What if I just sit here and I realize how purposeless and empty life is? What if I just sit here and I don't try to change anything and I feel all these uncomfortable emotions that I've felt for a long time but I haven't addressed? And what if I just sit here in the discomfort and I realize that I can't fix it with my phone? I can't fix it with a video game. I can't fix it with a pill even. It's there inside of me. Maybe it's just the existential fear of, what if things don't work out in life? What if there's no purpose? What if there's no point? Why are we here? Those things creep in when you don't use your phone. You don't fill the void with stimulation. You just try to sit with it and you just try and see what happens. So what's the solution here to these feelings, these sensations? For me, try for a 7-day challenge to just sit with it. Just see what you feel when you don't use your phone throughout the day. See what you feel when you're in the line ordering food and you're just looking around. You're just paying attention and you observe how few people are paying attention. What if you have an uncomfortable conversation with someone and then you don't pick up your phone for stimulation or don't turn on the TV? What would happen if you actually are sitting down to dinner with friends and they pull out their phones, but you don't? What do you feel? How do you act? What do you think about them? Or if you're with your significant other and there's a lull in the conversation, don't pull out your goddamn phone. What do you feel? See what it feels like and just observe and wonder what it's all about. Because I guarantee if you do this for 7 days, you're going to learn more about yourself than in a decade of meditation, because this will show you why you have so much discomfort around being alone by yourself and with yourself. So that's kind of some food for thought for today. It was certainly very enlightening when I did it in my own life, and I'm curious to see if you leave a comment there below. After you've done the challenge, even just for a day, what do you feel? What emotion or state are you avoiding by using and filling the void with this machine? Think about that and let me know down there below. And of course, I've also got that free journaling worksheet that'll help you plot out not only getting over this existential crisis of filling the void of your life, but also planning out how to get your life together and plan out the most epic life possible. So you can check it out right there in the description, the first link below, and then watch my related video on this exact topic right there and right there.